We're in good shape. We've had our open houses. We've had posted rosters for our students, so kids are assigned to classrooms. Our teachers will come in on Friday, and our kids will start next Wednesday. So we're right where we should be at this time of year. No, we do not have all our slots filled. All of the classrooms are filled, so if you have a classroom teacher, all of those assignments are filled. But some of our special areas, special education teachers, there's a shortage. We still have coverage for all kids, so our kids are going to be taken care of, but we are dealing with a teacher shortage, and we do have some special areas where we still got to fill some positions.
Any particular things y'all are doing to kind of A, put the message out, or B, kind of recruit and retain?
I mean, we're always recruiting. We're recruiting year round. The problem we have is we had 16 resignations last week. We hired 17, but we lost 16. It's just people getting jobs closer to home. So we're always hiring. It's just, when you have 16 openings and you got, 4 applicants, you just have to continually post jobs. We contract with retired teachers. That's something we do a lot of. I probably have over 20 that have retired that can come back and make money. So we'll contract with people, and obviously we'll do our best. This is no different than it was last year. Last year we were in a continual hiring cycle. I don't think we ever were fully staffed. That's just a sign of the times. In terms of colleges aren't producing as many teachers. But in terms of the actual classroom teacher, particularly at the elementary level, all of those classrooms are filled. It's more of the specialty areas. I never thought we'd see a day where you couldn't find a PE teacher. Even those positions are hard to fill now. I think we're on this board agenda, we're going to hire a PE teacher, and those would normally be filled well in advance. What parents need to know is in terms of your kid getting an education, all of the important positions are staffed. Your child will have a certified teacher, but we are dealing with a tremendous teacher shortage, and I do think that's only going to increase as the years go by. We preach growth in this district. I mean, every year, regardless of where we are, we want to be better the next year. So I want to be better in all aspects. Obviously, reading and math are always a focus, but I want to be better in science and social studies. We want to do a good job making sure our fine arts programs are top notch, and obviously we want our athletic programs. We really want to develop the whole child. We want to ensure that all of our programs, whether it be academic, athletic, or the fine arts, we want to make sure all those are just top notch. We had already done, probably 3 years ago, we did a crackdown in the classroom. So I mean, our students already weren't allowed to take a device and have it out in the learning environment. We do allow the cell phone kind of at lunch and in other areas, but we had already done the crackdown in the classroom because it was becoming a distraction to the learning environment. So we're going to try that again this year. Obviously, if the state wants to take more extreme measures, we'll follow suit. But what we have is working here in Decatur, so in terms of what we're doing, we don't have any changes for this year. Yes, I mean, obviously that's a law. We feel like we've always done a good job in terms of taking care of our teachers, but we did spend the summer like everyone else making sure we're compliant with the law. We had committees. We had teachers on those committees. We'll probably have a lot more district-wide classroom management plans. Part of the law requires every teacher to have a classroom management plan. I've been doing this 27 years. Every teacher I've known already has a classroom management plan, but now it's in law, so now you got to make sure that it's published and everybody knows what it is. So, but yes, we'll follow the new law, and we have met to make sure that everything we're doing is in compliance with that law. For our community, next Wednesday, the traffic picks up. Also, I always ask parents to be patient. The first 3 8 days of school, traffic's backed up. People are still trying to figure out their new school, how to get there. I assure you in about a week we'll have all of that ironed out. Pickup times, you know, it's amazing. The first day it may take 30 minutes, and then 2 weeks in it's taking 5 minutes. But those are just things we ask our community to be patient. Obviously, you do have young 16-year-old drivers, students that just got their license. You want to be mindful of that. And I would tell parents, if you've got those new drivers, you know, have the kid leave early, go slow, you know, but yeah, make sure that we're respectful of buses. But buses will be hitting the road next Wednesday, and if you live in Decatur as I do, you know, there's a noticeable difference in traffic here when school starts. So next Wednesday, allow yourself a little bit more time to get to work. Well, Career Academies, it opened in 2018, but it only serviced kids that wanted to come from the high school. What we discovered is we were servicing over 1,000 kids a day, and we had several kids that they were just flourishing at Career Academies, but weren't as successful at their existing high school. We just felt like our students needed a third option. The typical 4x4 curriculum isn't for every kid. There are some kids that, you know, they don't care about the sports, they don't care about anything else. They want to go learn a trade, and they want a co-op. So we really said, let's put it out there, see if there's an interest. We had community meetings, overwhelming feedback. We needed to do this. This will allow our kids to graduate early, to co-op, to make money, and more importantly, through embedded credit, you know, they don't have to take as many courses in areas that aren't of interest. You know, someone that wants to learn a skilled trade, I can teach them 4 years to be a precision machinist. And through embedded credit, you know, they don't have to take all those Englishes, maths, and sciences that aren't of an interest to them. And particularly with what happened with wages in this area, you know, skilled trade is making more than some college degrees now. So we just felt like it serviced our community, and we wanted to give our kids, some kids, the traditional high school is not what they want. We'll be the first in the state along with Baldwin County. I can tell you we've had about 20 other school districts want to tour and want to see what we're doing. So I really think this is a trend you're going to see statewide, and Decatur's happy to be on the forefront of that. Yeah, we're trying to put out a workforce. Obviously, we've got the career tech classes, welding. Welding's in high demand, precision machining. We already have great partnerships to get our kids precision machining jobs in the area. We've got automotive. We're sitting here in Mazda Toyota's backyard. Why would we not offer automotive? We offer the culinary arts, hospitality and tourism. Obviously, we have a very vibrant health science program where we put out nurses and doctors. We have a sports medicine for those that want to go to school and be a trainer. We got cosmetology and barbering for those that want to be entrepreneurs. Just tons of programs, and truthfully, with this becoming a new high school, we're already looking to add more programs. We hope to add aviation, train kids how to do drones in addition to getting pilots licenses. We're looking at some more STEM stuff, mechatronics, which is kind of a branch off of robotics. So it's only going to grow, and basically what we're trying to do is feed the workforce in this area, and we kind of wanted to be responsive. As we grow the program, we want to make sure that's where the jobs are in this area. Immunizations, obviously, you can't come to school unless your blue slip's up to date, but also, most importantly, start getting your kids on a good sleep pattern. Let's make sure we start that well in advance. Let's make sure they're well fed. Very excited this year, all breakfast and lunch is paid for by the district, so you know, you don't have to worry about your kid eating at school or trying to find the money with what's happening with inflation and prices. Decatur is extremely excited that this year every student in our district, breakfast and lunch is free. So send your kid to school, we'll make sure they're well fed, we're going to teach them, but you can help me out, make sure they've done all their summer assignments. We're a district, we put out summer assignments because that's what the top-notch school systems do. Make sure those are completed, get their sleep, and we're going to feed them and educate them. Absolutely, and it's not just athletic events. We have security personnel. All visitors come in our building and they go through our open gate system. We make sure that, our kids are safe at all time. All kids walk through that. Students, if you're looking for, parents, if you're looking for another tip, obviously those school supply lists are out there. But our open gate system, if you'll get the plastic 3-ring binder, your kid won't have to take that binder out of their backpack. But we make sure our kids are safe in Decatur and we take care of them. But that's another tip for our parents. Get those 3-ring binders with the plastic spine. Extremely excited. This year there will be the fanfare over Career Tech. Next fall we're opening a brand new pre-K center. This will allow us to remove all those kids that are on waiting lists for pre-K to get pre-K. It also frees up, every elementary school will then have extra classroom space because all the pre-K kids will go to this standalone pre-K center. It'll allow us to focus strictly on pre-K, make sure we're getting consistency with our pre-K so that all pre-K students are getting the same curriculum, an administrator that's solely focused on pre-K. And then when Decatur grows, the growth in Decatur, nobody can really predict it, but by freeing up room in every single elementary school, it doesn't matter where Decatur grows, we're going to be able to accommodate that growth because we're going to remove those students from every single elementary school. I'm extremely excited. I do think the research is there. Alabama's pre-K is the best in the nation. And we feel like by having a standalone pre-K, we're going to be able to provide probably one of the best pre-Ks in the state. So it was needed for a multitude of reasons, but most importantly, when kids start out kindergarten on grade level, they don't get behind. The challenge is when a kid starts behind, it's hard to catch them up. So this was our way to make sure that every kid in Decatur that wanted a pre-K opportunity, we're going to provide them that opportunity.
Process.
It's early on in the process. We'll probably finish the building in December. January, February is when we start registering. But the way we currently have it, we have about 21 pre-Ks currently. This will allow us to go to 24. Every year we have about 30 kids on a wait list. So this will allow us to accommodate that extra 30 kids that we miss from year to year. Hopefully in years to come we'll have to expand. I would love to see a day when all parents choose pre-K, but a lot of our parents, if they don't go to our pre-K, they go to a church pre-K or a different pre-K. But this center will allow us to accommodate what we've seen over the last 5 to 10 years in terms of numbers.
Determination on that?
Well, no sports will be offered at the school. So the Career Academies, it really is that unique experience. You're trying to get in, learn a skilled trade, go to work. So at the academy, no athletics will be offered. So we didn't really sell it to kids. We really sold it to kids. Hey, if you want to play sports, stay at your existing high school. If we had 1 or 2 kids that, hey, wanted to go back and play, there is a provision where if you don't offer sports at that school, you can play. But we're not really pushing that. That's not who we recruited to come to the school. And so I think that number would be very minimal. But if I had somebody that, say, wanted to be on the golf team, they could go back to their home school zone and they could play golf.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all have official colors and a logo yet for this new high school?
Hope to have that approved today. Obviously I would tell you, but it hadn't been board approved, and I don't want to take my board for granted, but we hope to have colors. They've been working all summer on that. We hope to have colors and a logo approved today.
This year?
Last year we went and hired 2 additional licensed professional counselors. Obviously, we also have partnerships with different mental health agencies to provide mental health, not just for our students, but also for our faculty. We actually pay for that as a district because we want to make sure our kids are taken care of, but we want to make sure our employees are taken care of as well. But we've hired extra counselors. We partner with different outside agencies. We're doing all we can. Obviously, we teach character education because we want our kids to be not only good academically, but we want them to have good high character. And then You know, we're always looking at digital citizenship in this day and age, you know, with the devices that kids have access to, you know, how to be a good person online, how to be respectful of others online, and, you know, how to have good digital citizenship with all the new technology that's out there these days.